When you apply to your first festival, or when you get accepted into your first festival, you should really think about what it is that you want to achieve. It's not only, I think, to do with the film that you've entered into the festival, but also to do with your career. If you're a producer, you are hopefully not just going to produce one film, you're going to produce several films, and hopefully a lot bigger and better projects. So it's as much utilising that as a launch point for everything that your career is about to go into. You need that festival for people to recognise you and to sort you out from the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. So, getting recognition at a festival is a really, really important thing in anyone's career, I think. In preparation to going into the festival, you need to think about what impact you want to have. Even if it's just for the film that you've got, do you have any kind of marketing materials? How are you going to get people in to see your film? So have you got a mate who can do your poster? Have you got badges? Badges are great. It's a really weird thing that there's free stuff at festivals. People will pick stuff up. People will pick up flyers. Also, while you are at the festival, try and give yourself as much time to be there. Be there a few days or a day or so before, so you can drum up support and get people to go and see your film. And then those people that go and see your film, then catch up with them later and see what they thought of the film. If they're people who are in the industry already, are they people that, who, if they like your film, are they people who can, advise you, can give you work, can, take you under their wing, any of those kind of things. You have a before and after. There's almost a pre-production, all your marketing and getting to know people there, the production of the screening of the short, and then there's the post-production of following up with people and seeing what they thought and whether there's any sort of opportunity for you to either work with them or for them to recognise your work or any of those kinds of things. At a festival, don't be intimidated. There's people there who will be in the same boat as you, who have never made a film before, who this is their first time, and there'll be other people there who are there in a professional capacity, or there'll be people there who are in a capacity as fans. And those people are just as important in the sense that walking away from a festival with someone who's become a fan of your work can give you the boost, can give you thinking to yourself, I'm doing the right thing here, I'm making something that people like. Also, professionals tend to be film fans as well. They like watching films. So engage with them on that way. Don't purely engage with people on a, have you got any money? Can you give me some money for my next thing? Engage with them as, what kind of films do you like? What else have you seen? What are you doing next? Engage with them in that way. And I think most of the people who work in the industry, respond to that. They're in the industry because they love films, and hopefully they've come out of that those screenings loving one of your projects.
So a good strategy to have if you have a film that's been selected for a film festival is to go along to that festival, make sure you network with as many peers and industry as you can. You want to spend time speaking to people who are the decision makers in the film festival industry. So chat to programmers who attend. For example, at the Aesthetica Short Film Festival, we have a Meet the Filmmakers event, which is where you can go along and talk to programmers from around the world and really get to know what they're looking for when they're selecting their films for their programme. When looking for a good film, we really look for narrative, so a really strong story that runs from the beginning of the short film right up until the end. And we look for concept originality as well, so something that we haven't seen before. We also look for excellent technical skill and cinematography and sound as well, and these all combine to make a really good short film. A great way for filmmakers to maximise their film in marketing terms would be to really engage with people and chat to everybody, festival employees there and industry who have come. At Aesthetica Short Film Festival, we've got the Meet the Filmmakers panel discussion and screening, which is a great chance for you to come along and network before the screening, watch the films by the filmmakers on the panel, and then interact with them and ask them questions and see how they got funding and how how they promoted their films once it was made. We also recommend attending Meet the Film Festival's event, which is a great chance to speak to programmers from London Short Film Festival and Raydance and Sheffield Doc Fest and many more, find out what they're looking for. Also, lots of filmmakers bring along flyers and posters, and we have a festival hub where they can be displayed, but they can also hand them out to people that they meet along the way.
I was very clear that I wanted to make a film that didn't just play to a arty festival-going audience. I wanted to sort of break out beyond that into a wider audience and to make something that would connect with like my neighbour who lives down the street as much as somebody who might go to a film festival in Cannes or something. And so when we're doing our festival strategy for the feature, and for the short, but that's slightly different, but when we're doing our festival strategy for the feature, we're particularly looking at festivals that have a good audience attendance and that have responded well to sort of comedy dramas in the past and that have a sort of sense of energy and fun to them, as opposed to some of the more dry festivals that might be more suited to serious subject matter or purely serious subject matter. So I think in that sense it's helped to create a path through. Since we went to London Film Festival, the film has actually gone to other festivals, but it's been off the back of that. And interestingly, it's tended to do really, it's won a couple of audience awards at different festivals like Berlin and stuff. And I think that is a really good example of the fact that this film is, you know, what kind of audience it's going to reach and how people respond to it. So it's never going to win like the best short film, because it isn't the best short film, but it might be a film that the audience enjoy the most because it's sort of tonally perhaps got something that makes you laugh in it, or something that you can talk about with your mates afterwards, or that perhaps relates to you. I think for us, it was very much about thinking about the age group, the demographic for the audience, and then identifying how they consume media, really, which for us is probably the internet.